We're at Howden Water Treatment Works, which provides all the drinking water for the surrounding areas. The treatment works runs 24 hours a day for drinking water supply. It's a huge user of electric, so this is a good way to offset it. There's just over 2,100 panels in the two fields. It'll provide just under 35% of its annual electricity. The electricity is going into the batteries, filling the batteries, but always feeding 200 kilowatts to the site. As the sun goes down, the battery then starts to push the 200 kilowatts through, so you're getting that continuous feed until it runs out. The reason the battery was put into this project was because we had such an area that we could put a huge PV field in at 1.2 megawatt, but we could only get a 200 kilowatt export to the grid, which means you couldn't export anything more than 200 kilowatt, so you need to use it. The site uses more than that, so the easiest way is just to store it and drip feed through the battery so that it's always feeding this 200 kilowatt. Everything sits on these plinths. Because the underground water source is in this field under here, which supplies the treatment works, we couldn't break any ground. So this system was brought in to use the ballast to make sure we couldn't dig any holes, to make sure the water quality stayed the way it should. All this is remote monitored, so in the time of year when there's not a lot of sunshine, you could import from the grid with cheaper electricity to charge the batteries and then feed it back into the works. I think this is a good system because Scottish Water have a lot of ground areas with a big user but not a big export to the grid. So the battery means that you can use all that power and split it up so it gets a permanent feed rather than having loads of power when the sun shines and nothing when the sun's down. This system is remote monitored. During the winter time when there's not so much daylight, we can import electric from the grid at a lower rate to then use back at the higher rate to try and offset the works.